Welcome back to Island Time Watch Review. I'm Chris. Today we're going to talk about the Tsao Baltimore Torsk diver and why I think it's actually why microbrands are amazing. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. All right, guys, here it is. The Tsao Baltimore limited edition Torsk diver. Really excited to talk about this. I've been wearing it a lot and I really like it. This watch actually comes in a really nice presentation box, but the reason why I didn't include it here in this video is just because it doesn't fit into my little area here. It comes with a watch winder, which I know it's kind of weird to show you guys here, but it's awesome, man. I'm not a big watch winder guy, but really great way to even display your watch. So that's a huge plus since watch winders can cost quite a bit of money. But in the packages, you also get let's see here, seatbelt style straps right here. And these are all quick release, FYI, which is a great thing, I think. Really nice. I haven't put these on, but they're really nice, pliable, and seatbelt style. Personally, for me, I love them because they're a lot more comfortable. And since I have the stainless steel version, I have a bracelet. So you don't get the bracelet with the bronze version, but I really want to talk about this. Before we do that, before we talk about the straps and everything, I do want to show you guys, you do get this awesome card here, these cards from Tsao Baltimore. And they just kind of talk about different things. So one of the first things I want to note is they look at this. They give you a letter. Even a little note just saying thank you, which is really cool of them to do. You get a certificate of authenticity as well, and you get a 2-year limited warranty, and you get a bunch of stuff. So instructions, but also more instructions on the actual watch winder. And then this history of the USS Torsk. Now, this watch is named after the USS Torsk, which is essentially a World War II submarine that's stationed over in in Baltimore. And this is, Tsao Baltimore is the company. And one of the coolest things I think about this project is that a portion of the profits from this watch goes to the historic ships in Baltimore to help maintain and manage the USS Torsk. So the Torsk is famous for being one of the last submarine to sink enemy ships in World War II. Really cool. Would love to see it one day. But yeah, there it is. So I want to talk about this. So the thing is, with this watch, you get a lot of options. This watch comes in stainless steel, but it also comes in bronze, and you can have a solid stainless or solid metal bezel like the one I have here, or you can get sapphire. So there's a bunch of different options even for the dial and the colorways. Let's see here. I have chosen the stainless, like pretty much all stainless, because of this. I just think it looks great, and it highlights the case. So, so right off the bat, I want you guys to know this was available on Kickstarter for $350 as an early bird. I got it for $375. I think it was $375 for this watch, which I think is a steal, especially with all the things that you get with it. Yeah, so definitely one of the reasons why you should join the watch community, get into the groups, and ask around. People have a lot of information on amazing projects that are coming out. Okay, let's do a quick rundown of the actual watch here, though. This is 316L brushed stainless steel, the case, and if you guys notice, this case is super unique. Yeah, it's really cool. So the first thing you'll notice here too is it has a little panel here on the side. It says SS 423. This watch, Alan from Tsao Baltimore, he made this limited edition. There's only 423, I think, of each color. I think of stainless and 423 of the bronze. I'm not sure. It was very popular on Kickstarter. But yeah, has that, and it has this really unique crown guard. If you can notice that right away. Kind of reminds me of like the Zodiac Olympus, which it has kind of that shape, but on both sides. But it's really subtle and also just super unique. And of course, the crown is over at the 2 o'clock side too. So Let's see here. Let me go ahead through the dimensions. So the case size is 43 millimeters. The thickness is 13.8 millimeters. Lug to lug is 48. And the lug size here, the lug width is 22 millimeters. Let's see here. And then one of the things that you should know in this guy is the Miyota 9015, which is, very popular. But this also was regulated in 4 positions before they were shipped out. So that's a really, really cool thing. The Miyota 9015 has a 42-hour power reserve as well. And I don't know, man, I've been using this so much that I haven't even really gotten to test that. I really love this watch. I think it's really handsome and unique. If you see on this bezel now, this one's the solid. You should check out the Tsao Baltimore website for more pictures of the different versions. But this is a unidirectional 120 click. And I actually want to show you guys this. This click is amazing. I think it's my favorite bezel that I have. Look at that. It just sounds so good. Sounds so good. Yeah, great. Let's see here. This crown is also screwed down, obviously, which is because it is a diver. And it has a loomed logo as well. It has a T, if you see that. The T for Tsao. Really, really cool. This watch is 300 meters water resistant, which is very cool. More than enough for me. I'm not a big diver. It's nice to have a watch that can make it through a lot. So that's a great thing. The one thing you might not notice is the crystal is actually slightly domed, double domed crystal, sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Now, I don't know if it's this actual dial, but I don't find that the anti-reflective coating is too strong, which is unfortunate. I definitely wish it had more, but it's super legible still, very, very legible. So if you notice, and let's just go straight into the dial. If you notice in the dial, there's a raised center part of the dial there, and the indices are applied indices, and you have the double indices on 12, 3, and 9. And you also have that date window at 9. And I love that the date window matches the dial. That's awesome. Now, one thing that's really, really cool too is it's a very simple dial. Everything is very symmetrical, which I really appreciate. And if you notice the detail here, now if you watch that second just sweep by, it just barely touches the edge of the center of the dial there. And all of it is lined up. The minute lines up to the top of the indices, and the hour actually lines up. And then when it gets to 6, it doesn't cover the date window either. So kudos to you guys at Tsao Baltimore. You guys really took a lot of time to make this work, and it shows for sure. All right, so the lume here is really great. It actually is a Super Luminova, Swiss Super Luminova, and it's on the crown. It's also at this little triangle here on the bezel, and one of the most unique things is it's actually around on that the minute track there, and on the indices, the second hand, a little triangle there on the second, and obviously both minute in the hands. Very unique and bright lume. It doesn't last as long as my Helson, but it is brilliant. It's really bright, stands out really well. I love it. I think it's great. I'm going to show you guys a little picture here if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, it was a rough picture I took, but it is really cool. This lume is just super cool. I love it. Also on the dial, if you notice, you'll see the little Torsk diver, and in red you see the a little outline of the Torsk, which is really cool. I think that this dial is amazing. I think that this watch is great. I don't even know what else to say. It's such a great buy, and for $375, it was just, it was a steal for me. The caseback here is sapphire, exhibition caseback, and if you notice, this rotor here is customized, and it has the logo, kind of the mascot for the Torsk with the 423. This is the SS 423 again. I got number 257 of 423. really, I don't know, I love it. I mean, for me, honestly, a lot of people kind of talk about different movements. The Miyota last, and it's just so nice. It's so fun, especially because Tsao Baltimore took the time to like make it really unique, and make that rotor different. So I don't know, I enjoy it. And again, yeah, quick release on these straps, and these straps are one of the cool things too is. This company is based in Baltimore, and another company in the same state, Clockwork Synergy. You can get these straps with your watch. I believe you have the option of rubber for the bronze version, and every steel one gets the bracelet. This is calf leather, and these straps are so nice, really thick. Yeah, I don't know, and really handsome. And this buckle is very proud. It's signed as well with the T and the fans there. And it's got this red. I mean, look at that. That's one thing I really love. This little attention to detail, and it just looks good. It's like they got the red inside and matches the red. I don't know, and the little red details here too. Looks really good. Let's go ahead and just put it right on, and I'll show you guys what they look like. On the wrist. Let's do it. All right, so here it is on my 6 1/4 inch wrist. Let me just go ahead and lower this a little bit. Gosh, what a good looking watch, man. Yeah, and it sits. Honestly, it wears a lot smaller than you think it would. With the lug to lug distance being 48, it doesn't feel like that at all. I mean, these lugs kind of pull down. And yeah, I mean, like they're just really unique lugs. They kind of hug the wrist a lot more. Now, personally for me, this buckle is a little bit too big for me, and this strap is actually a little bit too big for me as well. I've actually reached out to Clockwork Synergy, and they let me know that they're supplying Alan at Tsao Baltimore with shorter straps, so I'm going to look into that, see if I can get a shorter strap for myself. 6 1/4 inches is a pretty small wrist, so I'm sure if you guys have a more average size wrist or a bigger size, it'll be fine. But look at that. It looks so good. I love it. And if you notice, again, so there's a mix on this case. There's a mix of brush and polish. There's a little polish kind of mark there, but it's so subtle. And I think that polish looks really good with this solid bezel here. It shines so good, and it's got those barrel lines there on the side too. So love it. Let me show you guys the bracelet, because I really like the bracelet. All right, here we are with the bracelet, and I gotta be honest, guys, I really love this bracelet. I think it's awesome. It fits so well on me. So yeah, it just works. But one thing I want to show you guys too is. There's a couple qualms with this bracelet. You do get solid end links, which is really, really cool. You also get the diver's extension, which is awesome too. I think it wears well. It feels great. But one of the things that kind of doesn't bug me, but I think it's kind of a double-edged sword, is that you get these lines down the lengths of the bracelet, so you do get kind of a chunkier feel and look. Even though the watch fits really well. And, may seem kind of big. I mean, for me, it doesn't wear big at all. But I think those lines kind of add to that more toolish aesthetic. The only thing is, and you do get that, coin edge, so it kind of goes with that. But the barrel has these kind of rings that go this way, and then you have these lines that go this way. So it's kind of contrasting. You do get that, the end links kind of match up with the polish there. I don't know what Alan could have done to make that kind of more seamless looking, but it does in some ways kind of feel like it's contrasting parts of the case. Just having these two lines, this being all brushed, and having some polish here. I don't know. Maybe if these little slits right here were polished, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if that's possible, but I think it might have looked a little bit better. But it feels great. It feels great, fits great on me, and I prefer to wear the watch with the bracelet at this point, obviously, because the leather's a little bit too big on me. But yeah, it feels awesome, man. I love this watch. I think it's super unique, and for you guys who do have smaller wrists, it'll fit great. I mean, these lugs drop down, really well. And also, one thing I should show you guys too, let me just take this bracelet off real quick. The bracelet is also quick release. So you see these little quick release pins here. Everything is quick release. So you get this watch. It's quick release straps and really, really easy. Huge value with the watch winder and all of the accessories available. But yeah, I definitely want to take it up and tell you guys why I really like this watch and what it represents to me personally, and I think the Microbrand space in general. So let's go ahead and bring it back up, and we'll dive into that. All right. So there's the rundown. Here it is, the Torsk Diver. I love this thing. If you can't tell, I think it's just super unique. It's got a unique case. Alan, the guy behind it, is super passionate, and there's a lot of reasons why I like this watch. I think the first thing is, even in the name, Tsao Baltimore, this watch I think represents a community, the local community where Tsao Baltimore is located, also the Microbrand watch community. Just really personable customer service. Every time I've reached out to Tsao Baltimore with questions specifically about the leather bracelet and wanting a smaller size, I actually wanted them at Clockwork Synergy to poke some holes in it, to get a better fit. But they just told me that they're sending Alan Tsao some new straps. So that's a really, really cool thing. And every time I've posted about it and been excited about the watch, you can see the enthusiasm from this company and from the people who got this watch. So that's one of the things I love. And profits going back to the USS Torsk. I mean, that's just a really cool thing. I mean, that's something you don't find, I think, in more bigger brands. And I love Torsk. I love the Torsk for it. Also, the lume is incredible. The lume on this watch is really, really cool. It looks really great. It's constructed really well. I feel like this thing can just go with me wherever I go. It has very, very strong, case design, which is it's very obvious when you look at the watch. But for me in general, shout out to you guys at Tsao Baltimore for putting together a watch that not only they can be proud of, but it seems like the Microbrand space can be proud of too. And just being a huge part of the community, being engaging on social media, being excited about other people posting, and that I think is something that is priceless. Really, being able to reach out and talk to them on a deeper level. So, really excited to see what else Tsao Baltimore comes out with. Love this watch, and if you guys are looking for a really, really good Microbrand diver, at a great value with the watch winder, with all of the different quality straps that you can get, look no further. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you guys want me to do other watches in the comments. Just let me know below. And if you like this video, please like it and share it and subscribe. Can't wait to see you guys next time.